live for Project Motor Racing. It feels like it's the most talked about racing game in the world right now, and not in a good way. So we're going to see what's going on. We are live on YouTube. And I also threw up a TikTok stream as well. Why not? I thought I'd mix it up. So hopefully everything's going to work smoothly, because it is a little bit ambitious. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of ambition. Is online up yet? Is it worth it? Well, let's get into it then. So I haven't done any career mode yet. I've done all the single player stuff. Online, I think online is still broken. So we'll see what's going on with single player. Welcome, Vlatka. Hope you're doing well. Rate of fight. Yeah, well, I'm worried about the AI. I think the biggest thing is going to be not getting the damage. So, career mode. New career. Welcome to your career in Project Motor Racing. Start your motor racing journey. Choosing one of 3 continents. Blah, 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 blah. More blah. Project Motor Racing is best enjoyable with a career experience option set to authentic. We'll be the judge of that. This locks the difficulty to 100. I've been driving on 90. Are they saying 100 because then I won't be able to win? So it'll be like, oh, it's difficult. Welcome Chooch, welcome Rob, welcome Yanis, welcome Mike Hora, welcome Randon, Kevin as well. I have ACC, but I've seen some gameplay of PMR. Well, let's see what's going on. It's quite cool, doing a bit of a multi-stream. Okay, so where do we want to be? We want to be Europe, I think, because that's where we'd be. I think it'd be cool to be out in Japan, by the way, but let's be Europe. Sponsorship model, rolling billboards. Performance doesn't matter, screw that. Pace. Yeah, hang on. There's no way I'm going to qualify on pole and set fastest lap. Oh my god, there's quite a few. Okay. So rolling billboard sounds boring. Competitive. You're only paid if you finish on the podium. Ambassador. No damage. Okay, I see what they're doing here. These are a little bit... I see what they're doing. It feels a little bit too constrained. Like, they're a bit binary. So I have to finish on the podium. It's not like, oh, the higher you finish, you'll get it. And this one seems to be, you need to get no damage, not, okay, well, try and get as little as damage as possible. That ain't happening for me, no damage, by the way. That's not up my street. Welcome Lightning. Maybe it's been a lot of comments today. Bigger streamer than Bevo. That's what I heard. How many people are watching? How many's Bevo got? Is it 50 or something? I keep getting that guy who's mugging off HS. It's very funny. Welcome, who was it? Welcome Dan as well. Welcome B Dan. Tony Seabow. How'd you like the Physics MT12? You know what? I can't remember. We must have driven it at the end yesterday. Bevo had 50. Alright, try and get us more then. Welcome McGurkin. Event fees up front. Winner. Champion. I don't understand difference between winner and champion, because what happens is only at the championship. Is that more, or do I get more if I win every race? That's not really clear to me. Let's say I want to earn the most money because I'm confident in my ability to win. Do I do winner, or do I do champion? That's champion, that. Oh, installed the game, uninstalled the game. Uncle, do you see potential in this game? I think there's definitely potential in the game. It depends how cynical you are, whether you think they knew the game was going to come out like this. and therefore they just deliberately released it early, or this is a genuine surprise to them, this reception. Choo Choo's got the 970 XT, very nice. And the modding, we'll get to modding later. There's a mod hub in there. No, Fash is enjoying PMR a lot. Elite, you were in my server yesterday, called me a controller player. So why did it show a controller then? Welcome, Gordon. Gondor. Gordon. Gordon calls for aid. Welcome, Stormin. I think there's a possibility they might be like, this is going to be amazing. Sometimes I make videos and I'm like, this video, I've spent ages on it. It's just the production quality. I've gone out, I've licensed music for it. People are going to love it. I've paid for the thumbnail. I've got a professional editor. People are going to flops. Do you remember a couple of years ago I drove to Spa? I drove to Spa in Belgium from England, and it was like a challenge. Like, can I get to Spa? And we like the Euro. There was a delay at the Euro tunnel and everything, and it was like, are we going to get there? The clock's ticking down. We need to do this mileage, and it was like a proper edit. Took ages. Took like months, I think, on that video. And then like only 2,000 people saw it. Welcome, Brian. Corey, I feel they rushed the game because they just knew they could patch it. That's a problem today. It is a get out clause, isn't it? Chat, which one are we going to do? What's most true to my driving? Yeah, the Peugeot. We took the Peugeot home. Levi seen side force feedback, not for DD wheels, more for belt driven. I wonder if that's the case with their headroom setting they had, which I think was patched out actually, which is good. But yeah, that's the big thing. It's like some people will be driving on G29, some people will be driving on SIMUCUBE 2 Pro. They're very different wheels, you know. See if VC works there. What, voice chat? Okay, which one are we going to do, chat? So pace. I don't think I'm going to qualify pole and set fastest lap. Oh, screw it. Let's do pace. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do pace, you know? But I just feel like if we're doing pace, isn't the racing going to be really boring? Because if I'm on pole and getting fastest lap, I'm going to be doing Sebastian Vettel, like checking out. Thanks to the Rose over on TikTok. You do aggressor. Why do you do aggressor? So you can just batter people. Okay. So basically I've got insurance here. Basically I'm signing up with like Allianz. Levi's got a setup. Yeah, that was probably my stream. There's force feedback settings in the menu. In the car setup menu. Aggressive feels like maybe the best one, but it saves money. No, you don't save money if you're clean, because they're paid for anyway. Aggressor, you may as well batter your way through because you got full insurance. It's like when you rent a car. Champion is to delayed gratification. Winner. Okay, what's going to be frustrating? Can I change? I can change this presumably as well. Event fees. Build your car for combat. You sold it to me now. You sold it. We're going to go aggressor. That's proper Robot Wars. Build your car for combat. Okay, we're doing that. Professional, global, journeyman. We got to start journeyman, right? We got to start journeyman. Yeah, we're going to do journeyman. Slap that on the box. Yeah, the AI doesn't know you're there. Build your car for combat. That does sound like what they'd say. That actually don't say that. That will give them ideas. AI's not broken. Okay. Career settings. I'm not sure about. Oh, difficulty's locked. Okay, we're going authentic. Okay, cool. We cool? We're cool. Right, these are all red. Presumably it's just the Mazda I can get, right? Huh? What the hell? What can I afford? What can I afford, chat? Why are these not? Why is there all and these ones aren't in all? Unless have I missed them? I missed them. I'm stupid. You know what? I don't want to do the Mazda anyway. I think it's quite boring to drive. I'd rather do this one. Let's do the Porsche. I've been driving on 90%, so I don't understand how I'm gonna race at 100%. But all right, where are we dropping? I'm not flying to North America. I can do one. Historic Porsche UK. I feel like we've got to start in UK. I don't know what track it is because it doesn't say. So how can I not know what track it is going to be? Isn't that mad? It must say what track it is, right, chat? Who's it? That's because you're great, Kireth. 100 is nothing to it. I like it. Keep that coming. Keep that coming. We're going to need that. We're going to need it. Whole of the UK is a track. I actually don't mind the fake sponsors. I don't mind the fake sponsors at all. People would complain more, I think, if they were real sponsors. Because like, oh, this, you know, it's like, I think Football Manager has like real sponsors and you just see the same sponsor again. Here at least there's quite a lot of variety, so it doesn't bother me at all. Right. We're going to Silverstone and Donington. Except not officially, but we are. Just retire. Just retire now. Now I've seen the tracks. That's pretty slim rewards, man. That's pretty slim rewards. Now I feel like I should have done the race, the winning one. Now I feel like I should have done winning. Worst sim racing game launch of all time, Hugh says in TikTok. Yeah, place your bets in the chat. The vehicle is being prepared for combat. Is my wheel working? The screen's not on. Oh, test. Sorry. There you go. The sound wasn't working. Isn't that quite loud? Is that better? Vehicle setup. Oh, I'm not doing practice, by the way. I can do one. So, okay, so hards. Now, the nerdiest of Project Racer Racing people would say, for the next 8 hours, let's dial in all the full feedback in the car setup page. But I say no, because life's too short. All I'm going to do is go light on fuel for quality. .237. Why is it all Germans? Is the microphone a bit quiet? Hang on. It's old school here. That's the only way we can get it louder. I think probably the game is too loud. Yeah? You have good connections. Can you ask Des to make the opponent car sound louder? Could do. Jerome, why do you keep on playing this game? It's so bad. Because it's the biggest talked about game at the moment. It feels like you reward the game devs for releasing because you keep playing it. This is a sim racing YouTube channel. Just to explain what happens on this channel for the last 5 years, we play and stream sim racing games. We play the new sim racing games. We played Rennsport, we played AC Rally, now we're playing Project Motor Racing. We'll be doing iRacing Arcade when it comes out. We'll be doing Spec 3 when it comes out. So that's how this channel works. So I'm not paid by Project Motor Racing. Everyone's making me feel like I'm really stupid for not being paid. But there we go. Welcome, Trev. Right, let's go. How's that? Oh, God, that's louder. How's that sound, everyone? Is that okay? I guess limiter wasn't on. Oh, it was. There's not a single game that has a crisp Aston Martin like PMR. The Valkyrie does not sound good in Project Motor Racing, in my opinion. The Valkyrie sounds good in Le Mans Ultimate. Yeah, honestly, that's one of the weirdest like, no offense, because it's a legitimate opinion, but it's one of the weirdest comments, which is like, why are you streaming this game? Because it's not... This game isn't very good. Why are you streaming it? But it raised... The reason it's interesting, it raises a very good point, which is that there's a perverse incentive for YouTubers for games to be bad. If you think about it, YouTubers are incentivized for games to be bad. Which is weird. Which is a bad like... It's a bad dynamic. What that means is, if something is a little bit bad, then there will be a massive pile-on because it's just free clicks and views. Whoa! The curbs are really pulling me around. I haven't felt that with curbs before in Project Motor Racing. I've just like gone all over them, not noticed them. How's the game? Yeah, LMU wasn't good. LMU was also really hyped, and I was very much against the LMU hype. In fact, LMU, wasn't there a load of sponsor streams at the beginning, and I was like, no, I'm going to buy my key. And I bought my key, and it was very glitchy, but it was early access, and I was like, at the end of the day, I paid £32 for it. I'm probably going to get £32 of value out of it. And to their credit, they have, the guys at Silverstone have fixed it. Is the stream working okay? Everyone is all good? Oh my god, that's too much. There's a car behind us. Damn it. Is it me, or do we not get a track limit for that? I can understand the no radar thing a bit here because it's not online, and so I'm not ruining anyone else's race. The no radar makes it a bit more like immersive, and I can actually see like quite a few mirrors here. But online, I think it's just, I feel like races are going to get ruined with the best of intent because there's no radar. Seems like if LMU credit where credit's due, how they rolled out updates yet. I mean, they added a radar. Yeah, I don't know how they get away with Northampton. I mean, what's the point in Silverstone having a trademark? Like... You got a trail brake. We're trying, bro. We're trying. I think we probably are trail braking. I don't think you can probably drive this car without. Just Farm is a very fast corner. Farm's a more difficult corner than Cops, in my view. Anyone agree with that? Disagree with it? Reza, all I wish is for PMR stop. Get better racing gloves. It's a very niche one. Seppa, order RS50s with your code. Very nice. You got the 8Nm RS50. Did you go... Oh no. Did you go for the round wheel or the track wheel?
You've got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes. We haven't reset a lap. We're cooking the left rear. We're cooking the left rear here. here we go. Yeah, this car is one of the more understandable cars in the game, for sure. The MX-5 is very understandable, but I find the MX-5 quite boring. This is a bit more exciting. What is that line? Why are we braking like a GT3? Ah, track limits. It's going to come down to the last lap, I think. In real life, you aren't looking through a monitor. I've made this point before that this is a much more realistic view than the cockpit view. Because when you drive a car in real life, I think you have more peripheral vision, and you can also glance at stuff. You can glance at your mirrors. Like, there's no way I just cannot glance in my right mirror here at all. Arnu, do you feel the lock-up in the wheel? I'm on a SIMUCUBE 2 Pro. I don't. My active pedals aren't working, and I don't think I'm getting any telemetry. So no, I'm not. I don't think I'm getting crazy lock-up feeling in the force feedback, I'd say. My wheel isn't working, so I'm not getting the lights. Oh, no, no, no. We're fully insured, don't worry. Oh, no radar in real life. Yeah, it's kind of a similar point. Project many refunds. What are the best acronyms for PMR? There must be some good acronyms. I saw process my refund. I think project, you can do fun stuff with project. Right, this has to be the lap. What was the last game I said of people refunding it? Yeah, Le Mans Ultimate. When Le Mans Ultimate came out, I said, oh, you know, you can always refund it. And I got a lot of heat for that. People like, how dare you say that you can refund it? You're killing the game. I was like, yeah, people have paid hard-earned money for it, and it's not really working right now. You can't say people don't. You can't make videos saying people should refund it. I didn't say people should refund it. I said just let you know you can refund it. I remember, I see all these games from like conception to like hype to release to patching. What games have we covered on this channel from like conception, hype, release? GT7, Forza Motorsport, Evo, Le Mans Ultimate, Rennsport, Project Motor Racing. What else have we covered? The curbs seem to do something. LMU, I don't think it was a short time, to be very friendly. I don't think it was a short time. I think they gathered pace, but I think at the beginning, the performance was really rough for a long time. It took about 8 years to load into Le Mans. The performance was very, very, very bad. On my PC, this performs much better out the box than LMU did. The online was very, very glitchy and buggy. There were lots of disconnects and whatnot. The online in Project Motor Racing just isn't working full stop, which I find insane. Like, that's just absolutely mad. It's going to be a regulation lap. Right, let's see. Oh my god, it's going to be slow. Oh my days, we're last. What's my sim racing setup brand? Seat, GT Mega, wheel, ASCHER Racing, Wheelbase SIMUCUBE 2 Pro, but the star of the show is the pedals, active pedals. Are insane on iRacing and stuff, but here they're not doing anything. No worries, Large. Online isn't working. I'm pretty sure the servers have not been working since launch. We have not got into one ranked race, and we've tried. We've tried. We've not got into any ranked races. Okay. Oh my days. So I don't understand, because it's not a game where you upgrade your car, how am I going to compete with 100% AI? Man, don't put this with LMU in one sentence. I 100% will. I was there at LMU launch. I was there at LMU launch. People have very short memories. I was there at Evo launch. I've been here at Project Motor Racing launch. I've been at many launches that have not been good. Evo launch didn't work full stop for a few hours, and that was massively hyped, and it just didn't work full stop. Project Motor Racing, already the servers are down. It's just insane. I just logged into your live to say giving refunds. If you have on Steam, anything you buy on Steam, you can refund within 2 hours. So people, honestly, this isn't my job. This is just a part-time hobby. But like, I try and do a good job, and I forget that like I've gone through all these launches and everything. Right, 12 laps. Oh my days, 12 laps, man. Well, we're just gonna be off the pace. Okay, so is it 1.9 a lap then? So is it 2 litres a lap? 12 laps, 2 minutes. Again, why do I need to get a calculator out just to fuel my car? Why can't there be an auto fuel? In real life, my engineer would, or my mechanic would kind of know this. Like, it's not fun to me to do this maths and work out how much fuel I need in the car. Like, I'm being an idiot. It's per lap, not per minute, isn't it? So it's just 2 times 12. I'm just really stupid. 26 litres should cover it. What's my take on Content Creator of the Year? I've been nominated. Vote for me. Autosport Content Creator of the Year. First line in description. We are a nominated content creator. Award nominated content creator. Honestly, go on it. It'll take you 30 seconds. You can vote for your Driver of the Year, Max, Lando, whoever. Just vote for me in Content Creator of the Year. Reza, we support you, Habby. That genuine down to East Earth attitude. Respect, M8. Cheers, man. Yeah, Evo was a weird launch. Gran Turismo 7 launch. The funny thing about Gran Turismo 7 launch, if I remember, Gran Turismo 7 launch went quite smoothly, and the biggest controversy online was the tuning in daily races. And now that seems 3 years later, 4 years later, that seems like such a small storm in a team cup, doesn't it? I'm sure the first week at Daytona on Daily Race C, it was all about, oh, the setups are ruining it because people with a good setup are like half a second faster. It's like, it's almost crazy to think back that was like a big issue. And what I was saying is, like, I said, don't get rid of setups. I like this. This is better than GT Sport. Just please make it easy to share setups. Like we can share liveries and photos. Let us share setups in the showcase. And then we'll end up celebrating the great mechanics. Like we celebrate the great livery makers in our community. And they just removed setups. So, oh, there we go. Black has got the link. If you haven't voted for me, honestly, it takes 30 seconds. No sign up. Just do it. 26 laps is it? 26 laps? Chat, no one's confirmed it. I'm worried. Sim Racing Arnoot says full. But that can't be right because it's 1.9 litres a lap. Also, to be honest, 26 feels low. 26 feels low. Oh, that's not a real thing. See, I don't... Why do I not have a... How much fuel do I put in? Chat, does anyone know? Can anyone see on the stream what we started with on our qualifying lap and how much we'd used by the end? Nutella Oats, the fact this is full release shows them just a money grab. Rezar says 50. Top of the screen, bud. What do you mean top of the screen? There's nothing on top of the screen. That's going to show me how many litres I need. Yeah, it's 12 laps. But how many am I using a lap? How much fuel am I using a lap? I need everything I can get here. Manic says 50. That's only 2 people. On what basis are you saying 50? That's a big old tank. That's a big old tank. Chat, what was my fuel rate per lap? I can't do a test lap. I'm on the grid. I can't be like, sorry everyone. Oh my days. Don't worry, I'll look it up on my phone. Where's my stream? If I search Project Motor Racing, does it come up? It does! Okay. Right. Hang on. So... 1 second. Okay. So we went over the line, 14.4 remaining. And then when we finished the lap, it was 12.5. So I think it's 2 litres a lap. So I think it's 2 litres a lap. I don't believe the people that said 50. I don't believe you. So 24. I'm gonna go 28. I'm gonna go 28. He won't read that chat though. Which chat? Okay, let's go then. 28 litres. Right. Yeah, Simba's got 25. Chat, honestly, be honest with me, did anyone not know how to calculate the fuel? Because in a serious way, like, Project Motor Racing clearly expects the player to be able to calculate the fuel, and if you're not able to calculate the fuel, you're actually at a massive disadvantage in terms of difficulty. Yeah, but I could change that thing. But yeah, that okay. And it's one of these things where you get punished. You get more punished if you don't know, because if you don't know, you're likely to be a more of a novice sim racer, and then you get even more punished because you're going to be running with heavy fuel. So anyone in chat, did anyone in chat not? I know. Did anyone in chat not know? Because maybe I should do a guide on like, this is how you work out your fuel. Right, here we go then. Oh, we just got to keep pace here at the beginning. We've got to keep pace when the car is. What was the phrase at the beginning? The car has been prepped for war or something. That was a great phrase. Why are we destroying these lads now? Big old lock-up. Don't think there's anyone on my left. Okay, okay. There's no stupid questions here, honestly. There's no stupid questions. They're very much in a line, aren't they? It feels. I mean, in Forza Motorsport, like there'd be a car in the grandstand by now. If anyone's played Forza, you'll know. See, Cheech? Can I be honest with you, chat? I'm very disheartened that first place for this race is only going to give me 5 grand. Like, and this car's 34 grand. Unless there's some kind of bonuses. I mean, in real life, I'd be all over this. Whoa! And we're in P14, like, it's not like we're close to the lead here. There's no stupid questions, hold my beer. That's not a challenge. That's not an open mic. I'm struggling here big time. It cannot be the case. Why does it recommend 100% difficulty to everyone? It's like the best experience. That I've never, like, I'm pretty decent and I've been running at 90 and been having a good time, and now I'm running at 100% difficulty. Welcome, Grandpa. I'm not using developer file, no. I'm not going to download some... I'm not going to do any coding, like... You know what could be some 8D chess from Project Motor Racing? Hear me out. Let me know your honest thoughts on this. What if Project Motor Racing deliberately launched the game in a terrible state that most people think, okay? Issue a press statement saying, we're really sorry, we missed the mark, we're going to improve the AI, and then they upload onto the mod hub an AI upgrade that they've been working on for months, and the AI becomes amazing, and they're like, look, our mod hub is going to change every aspect of the game like this. Would that be cynical? Squat, I can't even do LMU. Damage on LMU is quite severe, isn't it? I don't know if these are the same textures as pre-CT, I don't know. Oh, for God's sake, man. All I know, I said at the beginning this was not going to be fun doing this at 100% difficulty. It's not going to be fun at the back like this. And that is a ridiculously severe penalty. Are we capturing them? Josh Stewart, what do you think of PMR other than AI? Well, the multiplayer's not working at the moment, it's difficult to say. And my criticisms of the multiplayer anyway were that there were far too many loading screens. We are catching though, we are catching. Whisper it, but we're catching. I'm suspicious how they can recommend 100% difficulty for everyone, because I would imagine I'm more experienced in sim racing than the average person who's going to buy this game. So unless 100 is like, it scales during the race, it's a bit dynamic, they get tired or something, they get slower. And if you change it from 100, it kind of messes that up. There's a bit of contact there. Don't worry though, we're insured, bro. Fully insured, man. Don't you think IMSA would be upset? I mean, you say that, you say IMSA, don't you think Lamborghini would be upset? I've worked with Lamborghini before. I went to Jerez. I've worked directly with them. they have very high standards. McLaren, I've worked with very high standards. But even then, I don't think they'll really care about all this noise. So I don't see IMSA really caring either. I mean, they might just be happy there's a game out. The biggest issue was for the likes of IndyCar when Motorsport Games, the Le Mans Ultimate people, just didn't release the IndyCar game or the BTCC game or the NASCAR game. Doesn't NASCAR own IMSA? So that's what really annoyed NASCAR. And that was obviously probably a breach of what Motorsport Games had said they do. And they ended up selling the license to iRacing. If you read their accounts, you can see the payments that they were getting. 100% is like me racing Verstappen. Grandpa touch cynical. By the way, I don't think I'm getting better here. I don't think I'm getting faster. Arguably, maybe the tyres are getting more in the window, but we aren't catching them. Oh my days. I just know that if I spin here, there's no coming back, so it's not like... Even Le Mans Ultimate has a rewind. Doesn't Le Mans Ultimate have a rewind button, by the way? Do I remember that? Why compare LMU to PMR to LMU? Because they're both racing games that released this... well, LMU didn't release this year, but they're both racing games that released with a stack of GT... Well, LMU had GTEs, but GT3s, GTEs and hypercars. Why would I not? Is there a ban on comparing PMR with LMU? Gap has stayed 7.5. Oh, to the leader. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit suspect as to how I've caught this pack because I don't feel like I'm driving faster, but I could be. Looking at the Delta, I don't know. I feel like my car probably will get faster because there doesn't seem to be much deg on the tyres. The tyres are in the window and the car's getting lighter with fuel. So I don't know whether the AI runs at the same pace and I get faster because of that. I lifted out of that because I didn't want to get the penalty. It's fair enough. LMU is not licensed by FIA, mate. LMU is licensed by... I'm surprised I haven't been accused of being an LMU paid shill by wearing a Le Mans shirt playing Project Motor Racing. Maybe in the future, if you're a big YouTuber and you're streaming a game, maybe that game will just pay you because like it's good exposure. Those days aren't here yet, at least not for me. Maybe everyone else is getting paid. But I'm just doing it for the love of it. Whoa! So where is he now? He's there. He backed out. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay. That was a very hard fought position. I'm part of Big Wheel, yeah. It's the someone write it in chat. It's a Simuluminati? There must be a way of writing that. The Simulati. I'm one of the bigwigs in the Simulati. We meet once a month in a secret location in central London. We all wear like big robes and cloaks. We can't show our faces. And we go to like this dark room, massive room with a big circular table in it, and we all decide like which game we're gonna like stream. Does the AI still no, I can't say that. I can't even say that. Simulama. It feels like it should be. It should make sense. Simulati. I think it should be simulati. Simulati. Yeah, in TikTok they got it. Simulati. This race is very sus because somehow I'm like having a fantastic like race at the back that's teaching me that racing is difficult. Every position is hard earned. It's very sus. Either this difficulty is matched up perfectly, but I don't believe it because shall I tell you why? Can I explain to you? When I've been doing lobbies in Project Motor Racing, the speed gap in players has been huge, right? I've been winning races. There's been sometimes only like 5 people on the lead lap. So you're telling me that somehow we've stumbled on the perfect difficulty for us? Well then, what about those people that were a lap behind when I was racing them? What are they going to be doing here? How are they going to be having a fun time when they're just getting lapped, like going into debt? Because we've had to pay to travel to Silverstone. Honestly, feel if they just focus on each of other cars, yeah. Is there a secret handshake? There's no handshakes. There's just nods. There's just knowing nods. Everyone's in it, but everyone you expect's in it. Yeah, even him. Especially him. Get out my way, I'm in trouble. Bro. I'm at level 33 in a Simulati. Oh yeah, we sit at this big like stone table. It's massive, and next to us, on like plinths, there's little sequentials, and when we vote, we either go forward to say yes or backwards to say no. I'm catching them a lot through here, and that's suspicious. I'm having a good time though. I'm having a good time because I'm chatting. If I wasn't chatting, this might be quite boring. Ben Collins is in there. And that makes it very difficult to criticise your fellow Simulati. In fact, you're not actually allowed. It's one of the rules you're not allowed to break. You're not allowed to criticise your fellow Simulati. I feel like the AI knows my pace and they're just like trying to drop below it, and I don't like that because that's not. I don't feel like I'm having to drive faster. I am the fastest car out there. That's not right. That's not right. I shouldn't be the fastest car out there. I'm just aimlessly driving around. I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm not chasing a rabbit. I'm not mentally hunkering down and like I've got to up my game. And I'm very familiar with those scenarios, like when I go karting. You know, and there's someone that's lighter than me, 20 kgs lighter. I'm like, I have to up my game here. I've got to absolutely destroy these curbs. I'm just kind of like moseying around. So I'm very sus about this. But there would be a way to test it, by the way, which is if I drove very slowly, would I still be kind of like in this position? Right? That's why we're here, is about sport, yeah. Exactly. Thanks everyone for dropping the likes, by the way. Make sure to follow as well. Like these dudes, they should be all over me. I feel like I caught a lot into here last time. Like, suspiciously a lot. But it could also be the case that I've just got really lucky with the difficulty. Nina says, from my experience, if it's slow, they just drive away. So have I just got really lucky then? Oh no. That left rear, by the way, is cooking. We're not going to get any money, are we? Like, are we... How confident are they in improving the game massively? I'm not that confident. People were saying to me over the weekend, oh mate, you're being very critical of the game, but the day one patch is going to solve everything. I said, I don't day one patch going to solve everything. Is it me, or are we gaining massively here again? By the way, with our 4-second penalty, we're going to finish last at this rate. Am I enjoying the game after the patch? The patch didn't change anything for me. I'm one of the few people in the world who played this game pre-patch. There was no massive change as far as I've seen. What do you think changed with the patch? What do you think they were able to do in a day? Sorry, but it's like I had so many questions. I had so many questions before, like, oh, you can't even give criticism. I had comments saying you can't even criticize the game. It's not fair if you criticize the game because the patch is coming out tomorrow. Yeah, sorry, and I went off on one there. It's my bad. But to answer your question very directly, the patch didn't change anything for me. It changed some tooltips in the settings, I noticed. It changed the names of some graphical settings and some force feedback settings. And I'd expect that because that shouldn't take too much to do. But in terms of revolutionising the AI, I don't think so. Should definitely make a video on fuel, how to preserve tyres. Rio's falling asleep. Honestly, chat, what do you make of this race? Because Project Motor Racing are like, this is the most intense career experience you'll ever have. And I just think, wouldn't it be more fun? Again, I have a philosophical difference. Wouldn't it be more fun if I was just carving through the field, just doing moves, doing overtakings, feeling like I'm living a dream? Let's say there's a parallel universe. Let's say I did more sponsor streams and I got some more money, and therefore I could actually buy one of these cars and I could enter a race like this at Silverstone, okay? So it's a parallel universe. It's definitely a plausible one. And let's say I turn up to Silverstone and I start last and I end up winning the race. And then I'm like, wow, I'm super talented at driving. That's amazing. Like, I want to do more races. I want to save up, and I want to get a faster car, and I want to race faster cars. Right? That's the dream. That's like when you're a kid in England, you dream that, oh, one day I'm going to play at Wembley. Like, I'm playing. If I scored a really good goal at the park today, what if a scout was watching? There was a whole advert. Nike did a whole advert on that about some kids got scouted by Arsene Wenger, signed for Arsenal, got on the reserve team, got on the first team, won like the World Cup and stuff. It was a great advert, really, really good advert, and that's like the whole dream. Yeah, and that's part of the dream that we all had as kids when we were playing football. It's like, oh yeah, maybe I'll play for England one day, you know. So I feel like it's a bit of escapism. I feel like this game would be more fun if I was just carving through everyone. But it seems to me that their philosophy is like, no, these are like the fastest drivers in the world and you're a nobody. So you're going to sit at the back like a good boy. And that's going to be thrilling for you because you're going to be in awe at the amazing AI. I don't care. I don't care whether you make the AI artificially slower or faster. It's like with Gran Turismo. I don't care whether the stars in the sky are like accurate or not. I just would rather it's possible for it to rain it into Lagos, please. I'd have much more fun if you just let it rain it into Lagos than if the stars aren't in the right place in the sky. Oh, bro. Oh, for God's sake, man. This is also dangerous. Where am I meant to slow down here? Where am I meant to slow down that's not going to be dangerous? That's a really frustrating system. So there's many areas of the game I philosophically disagree with. But there are those type of racing games. No, there's not. No, there's not those type of racing games. Anything new. What do you have like that on console these days? Like, leave aside GT7 because it's old. Leave aside Forza because it's old. You know, you have ACC. So ACC is a really good proposition in my opinion. It's cheap these days. You got big grids. It runs on console. You know, you still got the tyre dynamics, everything. But I would just rather it was like that than this kind of like self-flagellation of like, oh yeah, racing's really difficult and, you know... Yeah, racing's really difficult and like you'll never get an overtake done because the cars are always going to close the door on you. I think this for me is maybe very clear for me on like the Simcade simulator thing, because if you're unashamedly a Simcade game, then you could be like, yeah, cut through the field, and then you do like a crazy story like rookie wins on debut. Toto Wolff follows on Instagram or something. You know, it's just stuff like that. This is the field of nobodies who should be able to win. Yeah, it is a field of nobodies as well. And the funny thing is, I went with Race Logic to Spain, okay, and I raced Mazda MX-5s against people who have done track days and everything, and I was just a sim racer dude, and I beat them. I was beating rally drivers and all this because I've done so much sim racing. So I know that if I was in a race like this and I'd prepped, I would hope that I would be beating sort of like traditional racing, you know, people who can afford racing cars basically. Because I've done so much sim racing. That's the kind of nuance that I don't think can be discussed at the moment for Project Motor Racing. Because it's like, oh mate, you paid by Project Motor Racing because you said that will be good. But it's an even bigger problem because I have, leaving aside the technical issues with the game, leaving aside the issues with the execution, for example, the failure to execute ranked servers, the failure to execute consistent force feedback, the failure to execute an AI that kind of knows where you are, leaving aside those failures, even if there had been no failures there, even if the technical implementation had been perfect and all those things, I would still have a philosophical issue with the game, which is that I don't think this needs to be a simulator. I don't think anyone who's on iRacing is going to be looking at this thinking, I'd rather be doing this. I can tell you, if there's anyone in chat, you know, this is so different to an iRacing event, like an online iRacing event, you know. And I genuinely don't know what's happening here. I don't know why it's put it on 100% difficulty. Chat, what do you think? Again, no, Grandpa, that's fair enough. We say chasing tune. Some people want to tinker on the setups, and that's part of the fun. I totally get it. It's the same with like photographers Some people want to spend more time in the camera on the settings than taking photos. That's fine. It's the same with sim racing equipment. Some people want to spend more time in the setup page of sim racing equipment than driving. That's absolutely fine. I have zero problem with that. That's great. But I think the market, if you want to say this is the best racing game and stuff like that, you're aiming for a market that's wider than that very sort of technical niche. Then why am I playing this? Because it's the biggest racing game of the moment. Everyone is talking about this game. Go play iRacing. I streamed Jimmy Broadbent's 23 hours for charity, and there were never 300 people watching it. There were 300 people watching this, and 266 on TikTok. So we've got 500 people watching because this is a hot topic right now, and not for a good reason. So, right, last lap. Are hypercars undrivable? Hypercars, in my opinion, some of the hypercars are not undrivable, like the Alpine and the BMW are not undrivable, and the Lamborghini once you get the tyres up. But you have to get the tyres up to temperature. And it's interesting, it's like, they need to make a much bigger song and dance about hypercars. You can't drive them for the first couple of laps. You can't. Everyone's probably jumping in the Valkyrie because everyone knows the Valkyrie should sound the best. Firstly, the Valkyrie doesn't sound as good as it should do, in my opinion. They could fix that. But secondly, the Valkyrie seems to be the hardest hypercar to drive because it's very hard to get the tyres up to temperature. And while the tyres are cold, the handling makes no sense. Ironically, the Alpine just seems to kind of like be much better on cold tyres out of the pits. But I imagine far less people are driving the Alpine, and I don't blame them because the Valkyrie, there should either it should say, hey, you're in the Valkyrie. By the way, this car takes 3 laps more at tyres. Who's here because of my stream, not the game? I appreciate it, man. I think also people want my opinion on the game. Like, that's just evident. So. I just feel like this. I don't understand. Anyone who's done career mode, have you kept it 100%? Do I still play the theme song? I don't have it set up here loaded. I've still got them somewhere. I should totally bring them back. Thanks for reminding me. Don't understand why LMUX don't expand to console, because it's very difficult being on console. You're much more limited by the specifications, by the certification. You wouldn't be able to release Le Mans Ultimate in early access on console. I don't even really think there is a concept of early access on console, by the way. Which might be why Project Motor Racing is not in early access. Oh man, that was a chore. Thanks, Nine. Man, honestly, that was a chore. What I don't get, if the AI runs on the same features as player, how do they manage to survive in some of the vehicles? That's very suspect. It's very suspect that in qualifying I was like 4 seconds off or something, and here I've got the fastest lap. That's extremely sus. At least in Gran Turismo, I know that the default AI is rubbish, and therefore what they do is they space it out. It's very kind of like transparently rubbish. They just like, yeah, sorry, the AI is terrible. We'll just put in like a lap ahead of you, and then it will kind of work out by the end. No, can anyone explain to me how I was last in qualifying and fastest in the race? Can anyone explain that to me? I've never in my life of real world karting ever been last in qualifying and first in the race. Never. Super, those times make no sense. It's almost like the AI is designed to replicate my pace. Ultra, I did the Daytona challenge. I could not get it around the track. Verstappen vibes, broken. Titan, career works best. Croftina, thoughts on PMR? There's many things I don't understand. There's many things I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't understand it. And I don't... It's one of these things that we're living in an insane time here, right? These are big games coming out in sim racing. If these games were universally loved, they would grow sim racing. We'd have more kind of eyes on sim racing. It would be great for all of us, right? But so many people have reviewed this game. Has anyone else had this experience? Has anyone else qualified last and then had the fastest lap in the race? Like, has anyone said that in the review? Because to me, this is bizarre. This is utterly bizarre. This is completely bizarre. And I'm just saying it transparently and honestly. I don't understand. It makes me feel like there's some stuff happening in the background that I'm suspicious that it was like, yeah, do it 100% difficulty, because I'm like, I'm probably better than 90% of people on this game, and I'm running at 90%. So why do you want me to go to 100? David, I don't think you're the first one. Honestly, I don't think the game explains stuff well, but my hunch is that maybe a lot of people that have also reviewed this game haven't spent that much time in it, and I don't even really blame them, because if they're not enjoying it, they're not going to want to spend time with it. But then we end up in this vicious cycle where the game doesn't explain stuff, reviewers don't like it, there aren't really like professional reviewers, like most people are streamers and whatnot, and so it's not, you know, no one's, I would assume no one's being paid to review the game, so there's no like incentive to like spend all this time and do it properly. I'm only doing it here because I have some free time at the moment, because I'm looking after my baby. So if I wasn't looking after my baby at 10:30 in the evening, I wouldn't be spending this time here. Dan said it's not bizarre and unheard of. But when you purport to have the best AI and it's super accurate, Elenib reminds me of AI of a Milestone MotoGP game. But the thing is, that's fine. I don't think Milestone pretend that they have the best AI for MotoGP. MotoGP is designed for people to play in a controller because you want to pretend you're Marc Marquez. And that's fun. They don't pretend MotoGP is like an insane simulator. English says fastest lap that came in last, so you had it. Davidson, why didn't I change the difficulty to 90? Because it's literally locked at 100%. I'll show you. It's literally locked at 100%. Because I'm on Authentic, and I've been on Authentic since it started. Stajinio, it's so weird, nothing adds up. I earned $0. Great. Story of my life. Okay. I don't think it is a common issue. I don't think it works like this in iRacing. iRacing has a dynamic AI setting you can choose now. Did you know that? Play mainstream. Apologies. I can't even change the difficulty. I can't even change it. This is kind of rough. Look. It's locked. It's locked to 100%. And also, when I started Career for the first time, it had a big pop-up and it said, "We recommend Authentic." But Rich, it said, "We recommend Authentic." There's like a 6-second delay, so so welcome Trimbo. Thanks for the membership. I just refunded the game so I can wait for the game to be a full game, so I can spend the game price on toys for my 1-year-old. What toys are you getting, by the way? What's the toy game saying for 1-year-olds? No, I can't take authentic off. So this is probably one of the worst examples I've seen of not explaining things that well. I think when you jump in a hypercar, the game should literally be a pop-up and says, "Hey, you're now driving an LMDH. These are top of the chain of the IMSA series. There's no tire warmers in IMSA, right? There's no tire warmers in IMSA, right? At Daytona they don't have tire warmers. Am I right? The tires will be cold as you come out the pit. Even the best drivers in the world aren't able to drive these cars properly until two or three laps. So take 2 or 3 laps to bed it in, and then you can start to push. That should be a pop-up. So, and I know, Rich, we're gonna. Well, I'm screwed now because I'm in this one. But like, it seems like the best thing is to ignore it. And at the time, I was like, 100%. That's a bit weird. So now there's an inconsistency because I've got to ignore some stuff in the game, but not ignore other stuff. It's like, there's so much inconsistency. So now I'm in this 100% difficulty like nightmare because I'm just gonna get stuffed every race. And also they're big races. 12 laps of full Silverstone for your first race in a game that you want to be kind of mass market is a bit insane. Like maybe 7 laps of national circuit. NFR hyping, I was lapping faster than my first career on authentic 100% AI. I don't understand it either. And the best part is you can't change the difficulty even on classic because it's bugged. So you're saying that when you do it... Here we go. Chat, here's the pop-up. Project Motor Racing is best enjoyed with the career experience option set to authentic. This locks the difficulty to 100% and disables race restarts. I'm very suspicious about that because there will be such a range of skill of players who are playing this game, and I will be relatively near the top. Don't want to blow smoke up my butt, but I'll be relatively near the top. There'll be players who this will be their first racing game, and they want to jump into career. How can it be recommending us the same difficulty? And also, I think that's a long race. 12 laps of Silverstone in a Porsche doing 2-minute 40 laps is long. How long was that race? Is that like almost like a half-hour race? Pirate, is it worth buying? Let me. What are you looking for in the game? Because if you're looking to like spend a load of time setting up force feedback, this could be the best game out there. They don't stand a hope in hell. Ace just finished a 20-minute race with the Porsche GT3 and it has like that. I'm going to be really honest with you, chat, and like, I don't want to do this career. And you know me, I do everything. Like, we play all the games. I don't... That was honestly a bit hellish for me, like being at Silverstone in this Porsche at the back, not really being pushed, knowing that the pack seems to be coming back to me. Yeah, at least I didn't choose Germany. Germany first race, 50 laps at Nürburgring in an MX-5 in a Jetta. Trimbo, this launch is actually worse than Rennsport's launch. I'm trying to think back to Rennsport's launch. Okay. I'm trying to think back to Rennsport's launch. Okay. Rennsport's launch, from my perspective, as I said in my streams, I was like, right, Rennsport's here. Let's see what it's like. Is it like Gran Turismo Sport 2 on PC? It kind of is like Gran Turismo Sport on PC. It's quite simcadey. There's a lot of racing. I had some nitpicks about like I feel like if there's lobbies ready, just put us in it. But they do also have a quick race function. For me, it kind of like did what it was meant to do, which is like just do SimKD racing in modern cars. I don't care about racing single player in Rennsport. That's not an issue for me. It's all a sideshow. The cars, because I feel like it's such a SimKD game, it doesn't matter to me about the handling of the cars as long as I can drive them, and I can drive them. So when you put them side by side, I don't really know what Project Motor Racing's trying to be. Like, why is it desperately trying to be so difficult? iRacing FANATEC, a lot of iRacing people really like Le Mans Ultimate. Hyaku changed difficulty, it's fine on Classic. Haven't had a problem. Definitely challenging race at 90, but winnable. I feel like we should, but then I've got to do that damn race again. Okay. Chat, are you with me on this? Are you with me on this or not? Are we good to do it again? Or not? Let me know. Rich, I saw someone today say 80 difficulty winners first race, come last next one. Only thing is you can't race with friends. Is that in Rennsport? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Rennsport, I think wheels didn't work full stop on Xbox, which is really bad. And that's such a obvious bad thing for Xbox players. That noise justifies drowning out anything else. That noise justifies drowning out that it might be decent on PC, because not having wheels working on Xbox is such a fundamental thing. All right, you guys are with me. Okay, let's do it then. Let's do it. Are we okay? By the way, are we okay with Aggressor? I think Aggressor's a bit boring. I'm not going to... Well, I can... No. I can set fastest lap, but I'm never going to get pole. Event fees. Ambassador. No damage. There's no way I'm doing no damage. There's no way. Competitive. You know what? I'm going to do competitive. I'll do podium. All right. Difficulty 90. That's where I've been. Okay, we'll do 90. Cool? Cool. Project Motor Racing, man. Rennsport's got about 80 players active. That's the problem. When I was in Germany, I did a Rennsport invited me to a Creator Cup. I raced Super GT. I raced Jan Mardenborough. I raced Daniel Morad. They're all real GT drivers. And I raced Game of Muscle and everyone else. And it was a lot of fun. And I raced Overtake, Traction, and it was a load of fun because you just get these people together and it's like, it was more fun than being at the F1 arcade. Having also been to the opening night of F1 arcade and done all that stuff. But if there's only 80 people online, you ain't going to fill those lobbies. Right. You know what? I'm not going to do quali. I won't do quali. Okay. I'll tell you what else isn't ideal. This game. Or your promotion of it. Right. We good? I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely do some more Rennsport streams because I like what it should be aimed at. That game should be squarely aimed at me. I didn't like the target audience. People like me on GT Sport. Okay, let's go. Frank Bauman's in the lead this time. The Baumeister. Right, let's have these Germans. Oh, I'm paying for damage now. She's not prepped for battle.
You committed a track limit violation.
Oh my days. I made it one corner. My bumper's battered. Oh mate. That's going to be more than £5,000 worth of damage. So this already seems like a much better difficulty for me. Like, I feel like I'm on the front foot. It's more about I can actually try and plot a path through. That race before was just torture. Like, I'll have nightmares about that race. Give us like a millimetre of space, bro. Right, that's it. I'm sticking a wheel up the inside of Cops. I'm sticking it. He's Verstappen me. He's Hamilton me. I'm literally in the advert, the Sky advert. So now I'm bankrupt. Now I have to pay Project Motor Racing actual cash. Oh my god. I'll get one more go. Don't say you're paying for damage. Someone from EA could be listening. Okay. Drive clean, drive clean, drive. I might need to go third person. I might need to go third person on this. How much do you get? How much does the damage cost? This would be fun in the shifter. I've got a shifter here. Bosh. Should we map the shifter? This is very ironic because this game is like so like this is a hardcore game, but it's so hardcore it forces you to drive in third person. The irony is unreal. Send it. Don't touch us. Okay, third person is actually the best way to play this game. Mate. What are you doing? Don't tell me you've damaged my car. Okay, we look good. Where's braking zone? Oh, he's locked a wheel on the inside. Okay, this is going to be more fun. There needs to be a radar. I don't understand how anyone could test this game and be like, gonna be amazing without a radar. I think it is. Need for Speed Shift on steroids. That's what I called it earlier today. Shift on steroids. No, I think that roof, that can't be damaged in this race. That must be from the trailer. Come on, man. You know what's really bad? What's also really bad is when you want to look like that, it's how long it takes for the camera to slowly pan around. And in that time, you have literally no idea what's in front of you. That's also just not very good. What was going on in that factory driver program thing? What were they doing? Was it like in COVID? They were just all having like parties or something. Yeah, I played Shift. I played Shift on my laptop with a keyboard. Had a great menu, didn't it? Wasn't the menu really good? Bro. You know we're paying for this. Both of... Oh, now he's done my bumper. I'm going to regret... Chat, can I change... Can I be aggressor? Can I change being aggressor? I've got to get on the podium here, by the way. He threw a coffee on my roof. Oh, can I alter that swing? Oh, that's my bad. Yeah, we can fishtail people. But I'll tell you what, this is actually fun. Like, driving in third person is a game changer here. It was a good job that I just love driving in third person anyway. Unironically, you getting this on TikTok? Oh, TikTok have got it as well. They've got enough field of view, they can see this. Ah! Oh, he's forced me to a track limit. That's actually quite smart. I rate that. I rate that. Yeah, but it shouldn't be an aftermarket mod. It's not like they've made the iPhone and then it's fair enough that developers are going to develop apps for it. This isn't the iPhone. Like, this should be... That's not how this works. I would never use third person. You may as well play a pad. You're just not sim racing hard enough, my friend. True sim racers play like this. Serious question. How many reviewers played in third person? Serious question. This game, by the way, has clearly been designed to play in third person. I can't tell you how much better this is. And I have a funny feeling this would be very good on the pad. I have a funny feeling this car would be good on the pad. I don't know, but I know that from this third person it just seems to, like, look at the AI. I can kind of squeeze him a little bit. Get wrecked, mate. Yeah, have some of that. Be on the grass. Oh no, I bamboozled myself. It's alright. Are you having an absolute laugh, mate? Why have you just driven into me? Look what you've done to my car. I'm like Buddha now. Plug a controller in, call it. This is Need for Speed. That's the next thumbnail just makes itself. By the way, who liked my thumbnail today? Completely original thumbnail, straight from my head. No copying, none of this inspired by nonsense. Have some of that, have some of that. No. Not going to get past Matthias like that. He's too wily. There we go. Round the outside. Give us a bit of space, mate. Give us a bit of space. Oh, God. Oh, for goodness sake. It's green for a reason, because you can use it. Just racking up the pens here. What there needs to be is, there needs to be a button that just snaps you to chase camera when you're going side by side with someone. What a move that is, by the way. That is generational. Oh, I'm damaged because of you. The Stig didn't age good with this one. I just dropped frames. Did I? Maybe we did. Not on the encoding side, interestingly. Oh no, no. Right, you know what? I'm going to retire for this race. We're going to go to Donny. We're going to go to Donny. How much am I paying? How much am I paying for it? So was it 2:25 lap times last time, and now it's 2:29, 2:20. So I was doing 2:25, so 4 seconds that fast. Okay. We earn 0. I'm cool with that. Yeah, hopefully we're not lagging anymore. Maybe we're lagging a bit. Meatley, how much does the game cost? Do you need to buy the cars for real money? You don't need to buy the cars for real money. We barely paid at chat. Why did we barely pay anything? Right? I feel like, or did we pay a lot? And also, we're still in P11. I like it. Right, let's go to Donny. Cool. I'll repair it for $0. Not a problem for me. Not a problem. There's no way they tested this game in depth or it's acceptable. But was Super GT playing on... No, Super GT can play on a controller, because I'm pretty sure he was world-class level in Forza on a controller. In third person, by the way. But was he playing on PlayStation? I have a funny feeling that the PlayStation version might be a bit different. Also, I have a funny feeling that people who play on PlayStation through adapters, I don't know how their wheel is being translated into the PlayStation. I wonder if their wheel is translated into a controller or into like a G29 or something. So I don't know how it works having a direct drive wheel translated through an adapter. Your wife's proud of you, very nice. Duffy, I'm on PS5 with the FANATEC. I'm really struggling to decide if to continue this path to PS5 sim racing or bite the bullet and go for a gaming PC. If you're considering it, it sounds like bite the bullet, but RAM at the moment is so expensive. Honestly, when I made my sim racing PC guide, I couldn't believe how cheap stuff was. And I remember saying in that video, RAM is so cheap right now, just get 32 gigabytes. Everyone's going to say you only need 16, but just get 32. You're going to be future-proofed, and RAM is super cheap. And now RAM has got super expensive. The ranked racing thing we were able to do quite easily. How does the structure of this career mode compare to championships? I've never done a career in ACC. I just do single races where I'd set the weather. It's like, oh, it's going to be a storm halfway through. Alright, here we go at Donny then. You know what, I'll just start at the back again. What do we reckon for fuel? So is it 1 litre a lap? Alright. I'll put in 14 litres then, let's do it. I'll put in 14 litres. Let's roll. 16 gigabytes for 150. Wasn't it like 64 gigabytes for 150 before? Oh man. I think I made that video exactly the right time. It was like I was like, because building your PC used to be really expensive. When I made it, I was like, oh, actually, everything's really... You get an X3D, an older generation X3D, just get 32 gigabytes of RAM, get an NVMe, get a 4 terabyte NVMe for £200, get your coolers and fans in case whatever. It's 1.5 a lap. Oh, okay. You saved me there then. So it's 18 then. I put 20 in. Put 20 in, put 20. I don't know about PCs, but could VRAM make a difference in your graphics cards? VRAM's a lot. What you got? How you got 20 gigs in your? What graphics card are you rolling with? You got 20 gigs of VRAM. My 4060 Ti has 8 gigabytes of VRAM. It is not very plentiful.
Get ready, mate.
Honestly, maybe I'll reach out to Corsair and try and do a RAM giveaway. Maybe they've got loads of RAM and I can say I'll do a giveaway. Be quite cool, I don't know. Don't. Oh my days, mates. Look, I'm steaming in like that. Yeah, I've got a 4090. I'm rocking with 24 gigabytes here as well. We're good with the VRAM on this PC. I'm here. I need a horn or something. Imagine the fights there would be in the pit. Don't give me a hunter for that. Imagine the fights there'd be in the pit lane after this. Like, you turned into me, bro. I don't think ASETEK is very good on console. I think ACC is a better proposition. Don't. look at that line. Fighting in pits. Yeah, like, was it in the ice hockey games? You could fight also. Oh, what's happened there? Series up. Ooh, that's... You know, like some games, like the strapline is like, be a hero. Like Battlefield, it's like, yeah, be a hero. I think Project Motor Racing strapline should be like, be nobody. Just literally be an NPC. Like cutting around in like 14th place. Oh my god. To be fair, that fair cop, that one, fair cop, fair cop. I did do a very short track cut there. I don't feel like there's enough, I don't feel like there's enough, something changes with the force feedback when you make contact, by the way. I don't know if it's some damage is being simulated, but there's an immediate change in the force feedback that's never had in any other game. There's not enough of a feeling of accomplishment when you do an overtake. Like, my sense is that philosophically they want every overtake to feel very hard earned, and I get that like I can see the positives of that and everything. But I think the reality is it doesn't feel like Need for Speed Shift. If you did a good corner, it would give you like a big green tick, right, and go like, ding, you're a Jedi Knight at driving. And I'm like, yeah, I nailed that corner, and you feel good. Here you don't get. It's like, because it's a sim, it can't do that because it wants to be a sim. But I feel like this would be such a better game if there were names above the cars and little profile pictures, and they had personalities, and they had little emojis, dare I say. And then when you get a move done, you get a ding, you get like XP, and your engineer's like, oh, you got past David there. He's going to hate you for that. Great move. Next up, it's Sam, or something like that. By being a simcade, you have so much more artistic freedom to do these things. Or I could just be a nobody, overtaking other nobodies like Sasha Berger. Rensport or PMR, you really, you don't fancy ACC or iRacing or? That's going to be a bill. That's going to be a bill. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that again. Isn't that the exact crash that Super GT had at Donington? If the car... Yeah. Yeah, like Sophie, but more like less childish. Do I have to still do it? Oh. So, I'm not quite as fast in third person, but I can't drive in cockpit without everyone hitting me. So I'm going to try and drive in bumper, but I honestly think that this game is a bit... the execution of this is a bit broken. Again, I'm not a bad sim racer. I don't know how your regular person who back in the day would be picking this up from Blockbuster is going to have a fun experience here. Probably I should qualify, but... Are you changing car setups? No. I mean... I could mess around here, but... Let me check the tooltips. Let me just check my PhD that I got in mechanical engineering. Oh yeah, sorry, it's a preload. Oh, it's on 150N. It should be on 135 max. That's why. You're 3 hours at tinkering while yeah, I mean think you're over there. It's not a hardcore sim though. A hardcore sim wouldn't let you drive in third person, so it cannot be a hardcore sim. I mean that also excludes the LMU, but take it how you want. So there's someone on my right hand side, but I don't know where they are. I can't really hear them because the audio's not great. You know what I've got. So someone said you can change the camera thing, right? Cockpit, camera movement. Okay, yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that, and I want it just 1,000. And I want it like I want to see everything. That's better. I mean, I think that one I changed probably should be more, but get rid of that smoothing. But like, I feel like the engineer should be chatting to me like, "Come on, man, let's make a move here. Why not try and move into the hairpin?" This is just. Even if I go in here alongside, there's no way I'm not going to make. I wasn't trying to move on you, bro. That was just ambition on my part. Still, I'll take it. That one damage has rusted his whole door. What? How did they end up back in cockpit view? What? I've still got the smoothing! Is it because it's technically a different camera setting? I guess so, isn't it? So you've got to do all of them. iRacing is good. iRacing is good. Like, I think a lot of people who don't have iRacing want to be like, "Oh, iRacing's not good." But it is good. I think there's also a lot of conversations like, is iRacing a good sim? And it ends up being compared one-to-one with reality. And no, it's not one-to-one with reality. But it could well be the best sim out there. I don't think half as many people compare AC Evo with reality or Le Mans Ultimate with reality is my suspicion. I think just people don't like the monetization of iRacing. Can I just yeet this? How much penalty? Yeah, right, that's how we do it. Hack. There you go, everyone. That's how you win career mode. So you have to be aggressor, and also you don't get penalties for hitting everyone else. No, Evo update's been delayed. Evo update's delayed. I honestly feel like they've sacrificed so much potential fun in this game by having to like not let their hair down and be a oh god, oh no, deja vu. Right, let's see if anyone's cutting about online. Daniel Moore to the LMU same shelf as iRacing. iRacing is great matchmaking. Yeah, it's just all built in. Right, let's see what's going on here. How did your career go? How did your motor racing career go? Oh, just basically, without ask, it was not very good. Let's see what the mod place is saying. Is that it? Is that it? This game is pants. Duffy going to connect my new FANATEC wheel tomorrow. Very nice. Yeah, it's nice. You won't be getting the FANATEC one though, I guess. You're getting the new unbranded one though. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with Daniel Morad in Germany. Had some beers. Pretty interesting guy. Spoke about Rolex 24. Oh my days. Oh my days, there's only 4 lobbies. Is it only showing lobbies? It's not showing ones in session. That's rough, man. That's rough. This is the entire I can't imagine that many people in career mode. So this is the entire universe. The Nordschleife isn't bad. The entire universe of the game is here. That's worse than I thought. But the thing is, it's Black Friday right now. For £70, you can get not 2 years, two years of. Is it $125 at the moment for 2 years of iRacing? Anyway, you can definitely get a year. You can get a year of iRacing or Project Motor Racing, and yes, in iRacing you'll have only the free cars. But you could just buy one GT3 and you know that GT3 is going to be nice. It's hard to have fun when the AI is completely oblivious to you. I feel really sorry for people. There's clearly so much work has gone into this game. Like this car looks really nice. So much work has gone in to be scuppered, but I think poor design choices. Like to design the AI to be brutal like that, rather than have a greater box around them. Like if you get in that box, they kind of part a little bit. Oh, you got ASETEK boost kit. Did you get any of the ASETEK sale stuff? Le Mans Ultimate's on sale. I think through Instant Gaming, my Instant Gaming link, which has Le Mans Ultimate, Project Motor Racing, AC Rally, AC Evo, all of them. I think Le Mans Ultimate is like $24 right now. What do we think on TikTok? There's 600 people watching on TikTok. TikTok, what do you guys and girls make of it? Rick says this game is not good then. Well, you saw what I thought of career mode. It was like... that career mode... I'm sorry, but... this career mode was hyped up as like the next best thing. This is so bare bones. I totally get why some people, some YouTubers have been so angry at the game because we follow this game in the sim. I do a weekly sim racing show. We have a real journalist. I do a weekly newsletter that's going out tonight. www.simracenews.com. Simon's newsletter before newsletter goes out. So we've been following this game, and I've read the whole website. I've read all the pages on the Project Motor Racing website. But I can totally imagine a YouTuber coming into this game and thinking this is going to be the next best thing and be like, what is this? Like, this is worse than the TOCA racing games. If you want a career mode, there has to be some narrative on it. It's just so bare bones. Yeah, I had microstutters in LMU. I had microstutters at launch, I remember. You live in and feel cheated and robbed after purchasing it. Trump, why are you wasting time here? I'm not wasting. I'm literally. My hobby is sim racing streaming, so this is not a waste of my time. Don't worry. But like, this is so bare bones, man. Like, this could be so much better. You could have a little top-down map where you're expanding your team. Like, you could expand your garage. You know, it's like a little isometric map, and there's like clouds and stuff, whatever. You know, when you fly to an event, there could literally be a plane that goes up and flies there in a little globe. You know, don't that will take massive amount of time. It's just a nice concept that feels like actually flying somewhere. Or if it's the same country, you kind of like this little like symbolic truck pops up, it goes on the road, and you end up, you know. This career mode. This is the first time I played career mode. Is so far from the illusion, the mirage of like the career mode that was sold. Yeah, I don't think online racing works full stop. And given that career mode, I don't rate it. I'm not sure it's false advertising because it's all in the area of like greyness. It's all in the area of greyness. It's like, it's all a lot of grey. So like, people went to see this game and like, maybe it was quite curated or something. They haven't, I don't think they've posted screenshots that are fake or anything. But every time, like, yeah, it's going to be the best career mode. Like, it's going to... Well, that's the impression people had. It's definitely the impression people had. Probably relying on mods for decent career mode. I said that in my video today. And the thing is, I've defended Project Motor Racing in a lot of areas. Like, I do think a lot of people are not driving the hypercars as Project Motor Racing intended. I feel like Project Motor Racing it's Project Motor Racing's fault because there should be a pop-up that says, you're driving a hypercar, you need to warm up the tyres for 2 laps. I'm going to talk you through that and help you how to do it, and then you'll be able to enjoy it. So I feel like it's squarely Project Motor Racing's fault that they don't do that. However, the result is that I think people are driving the hypercars in cold tyres, and they're not nice. And apparently there's all sorts of stuff happening on console with force feedback. And so I can see their philosophy there, but here, I'm really struggling here. I'm really struggling because it's like, I'm really struggling with it. And I know it's smaller budget, but even the F1 games go way too overboard on this kind of stuff, right? But if you think of the calendars and all that My Team stuff and whatever it is, F1 World, what that, you know, with all your lounge and everything, like. But there's something there, right? There's some meat there. Like there's just no meat here. It's just skeleton. There's no dynamism. Like, even this setting is so undynamic. Like, it would be cool to just hear, like, whatever car you have in the garage, it'd be cool to hear the same car, like cars going in the background like you're at the circuit, just to make it dynamic. It would be cool sometimes if the camera rotated around, Or like in Gran Turismo, it starts like looking in the car and stuff because they've modelled it. It's a nice model. The driver model, the race suit is so bad. Like, it's so bad. There needs to be fake. I need to have the same sponsors on my car, on my race suit. Even my race suit, my custom race suit, looks a million miles better than that. And this just look. Honestly, I made a sim racing game. What's my game called? Does anyone remember what my name is? What's my, oh my days, what's my name, what's my game actually called? Sim Racing Tycoon. Yeah, if you go to Sim Racing, if you search Sim Racing Tycoon on Google, I made a game that feels like it's more, it has more like complexities than this, like in terms of the earnings and expenses. Grandpa, I agree with you. They could do so much more with engineer comments. Add the hypercars on PS5 a quicker on a dry track on wet tire. That's gonna be a killer for them because you can't defend that. You can't say you got the best model unless someone comes out and says, "Oh, but actually, a hypercar in real life would be faster on the wets." Trump. The sad thing is, I knew what they were releasing was going to fall short. Yeah, even CarX World or Drift or whatever the one is, has more of a vibe and like stuff going on, dynamism. You know, Rennsport doesn't have this garage thing, but again, I don't think it needs to. Forza has a much more dynamic. For the budget on Forza Motorsport, we should take that separate. AC Evo, AC Rally has a much better dynamic thing than this. This is really rough. I don't mind that poster. That poster looks nice to me. I like that poster. People probably find out they're AI or something, but I like that poster. I don't mind the fake sponsors. I like the fake sponsors. I like the selection of cars. It feels weird having the GT3s and the hypercars and all the historic stuff. Like, it just feels weird. I don't get it. Like, it makes, by having all the GT3s and hypercars as well as the classic cars, it, for some reason, to me it both cheapens the modern cars and it cheapens the old cars. Because if you didn't have the GT3s, like these cars would feel legendary. And they should feel legendary. Like, there should be like dry ice. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I go to events and I see these cars, they're like moving wonders of the world. Like, I go to Goodwood and places. But then you add in the GT3s, it's like, well, it's almost like they're part of different cinematic universes. Does your pedal set up the same problem Jimmy found? I haven't seen what Jimmy's got. I'm not sure. I feel like I would know if my car wasn't moving to 80% throttle. I haven't. I can drive these cars. Like, I can have a good time driving these cars. So that's the funny thing is that I feel a lot of people are having issues just fundamentally driving the cars, and I suspect there's big issues with the game on console. I'm actually not having issues driving a lot of the cars, but my issue with the game is of a deeper, more complex philosophy, and I don't think the discussion on Project Motorsport is calm enough to have that discussion yet. So I don't even think like I can get my points out there. Try it. We'll try it. Let's go in the. Let's go in this one. I think the IMSA license. Well, I mean, AMS2 has an IMSA license. I don't think it secured a lot more funding for Ryza. I think this game needed a demo. Also, I hate how it's raining and sunny. Just hate it. It's almost like the illumination of the game can't handle. Have I ever been in a really cloudy race? Ever? Honestly, I haven't seen Jimmy's thing, but if the car's only moving at 80%, I think that sounds like maybe there's some calibration issue. And I've seen a few things online where, like, because there's so much hatred, I saw a really weird one on Twitter someone sent me of a big YouTuber who seemed like he wanted to destroy the game for a reason that wasn't right, and then they deleted it. It was really weird. But, like, bro, I'm trying to do a test here, man. Let me know if this is what Jimmy had. Because I like driving a lot of these cars. I like driving this car. It's a nice class ride. My issue here, again, is the time. It makes no sense for it to be raining and the clouds are like this. It makes no sense. Like, that's my big issue right now. There is a lot of slop in the handling, like, yeah, car's like, don't care. Tell you what, this could be a fun race, actually. This could be a fun race.
Didn't set a time, so we'll be at the back.
Did want to set a time. No, it looks different. Maybe let Jimmy know that I haven't seen his video, but people asked me to test it, and it looks like on my stream that maybe I'm misunderstanding, but it looks like it's oh, damn it. Definitely misunderstood that start. So this, right now, this is quite fun. There are definitely fun areas of the game for me. Oh. Even the handling here, the handling is quite nice. Like, I'm kind of skating on the surface. I've got a really nice force feedback here. It's like quite a little bit grainy, and I can feel like the car like over rotating because there's less grip. I don't like how when I go over a puddle, it doesn't seem to do much. Like it should. I think it should pitch and pull the car more, from my experience driving in the wet. But this is a very fun combination. Like, look at this. But honestly, those two career mode races are so much further away from this, and maybe it's because I chose that car or something, and those cars are quite boring. Maybe we should do career mode and choose GT3. What do you think, chat? Nope. Oh, sorry, brother. Yeah, my biggest issue... Look how detailed the grass is, by the way. The grass is, like, crazy detailed. People have also memed on the graphics. For me, the graphics in the game are quite good. Like, the amount of detail here is having literally been to Spa and walked here, this is very good detail. All right, I haven't seen Jimmy's video, so maybe someone can post it and just you can clip what I've got. And well, I'm going to try a career with GT3. I'm very worried having my knee up because I just feel like this wheel could rotate. Last slot. He's like, yeah, me again. I'm signing up again. I'm signing up again. Get me in yeah, get me in GT. Get me in GT, and I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not paying for no damage. Sponsorship model. Get the car dressed for combat. And I'm going to go 90. 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 I wish you could halve... Oh, yes, you can! Quality of life features. Get in there. I'm so happy about that. Oh, yes. I'll have a bit of that, please. So now it'll be 6 laps of Silverstone. Okay. Okay. See, that one little combination has perked me up a little bit. What's our budget saying? GT3s, get me in it. Get me in it. I'm going to go... BMW, I like the M4. I'm going to go Huracan. I'm going to go Huracan, chat. I'm going Huracan. Let's go. Let's go Huracan. Can I choose a livery? Yeah. I'm going to be... This is clearly that bad dude in the Gran Turismo movie. My fellow actor in the Gran Turismo movie. I very rarely mention it, but I was actually in the Gran Turismo movie. So I feel like we have to go with this one. What was his name, the baddie? Okay. This is it. Event calendar. Oh. Okay. Belgian 250. 250 worries me. Is it 250? Why would I do these ones when there's no purse? Welcome everyone also on TikTok World. I see 700 people watching. Why is Silverstone called Northampton? I guess they didn't license it. This game seems like it sucks. I really want a good career mode. Well, let's see here. Do you have mid-corner feedback? Not if the tyres are cold. And I'm on a SIMUCUBE 2 Pro. This is like one of the best wheelbases in the world. So on G923, I just think mid-corner is going to be very difficult. Oh my! What's this? Should we just go straight for the worlds? Let's go straight for the worlds, chat. Screw it. Yeah, I don't care. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go World Championship. Let's do it. World Championship run, everyone. Yeah, entry fee of 120k, no purse. Doesn't seem like the best business deal. Is that good business? Right, let's... we will do quali here. Skip the practice. Practice. Who's practice for? So it's going to be 6 laps. I reckon it's about 4 litres a lap. So for the race, it'll be 24. 25. I'll put 26 in. And we'll see how that goes. Tyres. Softs. Softs for quali, mediums for the race. Alright, we got this. Oh, that's an unusual sound. Chat, what do you think? How are we going to do in the World Championships? Tanaka's in here. Earl Blackwood, they got the actual Earl of Blackwood. In the Huracan. See, that 0.5 modifier has changed the whole thing for me. I'm a simple man. I'm not a complicated dude. TC. That was kicking in a bit too much. Oh, Oliver Pendleton's. I think we can beat Pendleton. I think we can beat Coldwell as well. I'm surprised actually that Pendleton's made it through to the World Championships, if I'm honest. I reckon that's I reckon they put a fast car underneath him. Let's get these tyres warmed up. Imagine how much fun it'd be for just bantering with your... They've got the literal Stig. Why didn't they just lock him in a room and just get like a billion lines of commentary out of him? Welcome, Rafa. Yeah, forget that Porsche 994. What was I thinking? I'm not a historic driver, dude. What do I think of the game, Ty? Well, we'll see here. This is the game giving its best shot at me. Monza GT3s in the World Championship. I'm basically driving as my character from the Gran Turismo movie. Right, we're getting a nice lip here. I chose 90%. 90% difficulty. Exactly, just wants to get home from work and race online. No, you know me, that's exactly me. And that's why Gran Turismo Sport, in COVID, I was like, I'm a happy dude here. That's what built this channel. Oh. Who's just ahead of us? There's Muller. Well, Muller's normally quite quick, so this is going to be a problem. Come on, Muller, get out of the way. I'm flashing you. Don't do it, Muller. Muller, mate. You take... Right, you know what, pal? Have some of that. Get wrecked. Yeah. Fully insured, lads. Fully insured. No premiums. Mullard. I was in the GT Cafe race. Okay, let's try and set a lap here. 153 from Dortmund. Caldwell on P2. That's not going to stand up. Just keep an eye on that TC usage. Okay, let's go. Let's go, everyone. First quali lap. Tenths up.
5 minutes remaining in the session.
This is such a Simcade game. This is such a Simcade game. And I like it. That's not a knock for me. I just want to wrestle this thing around. Oh, a bit of a lift. Nice drifting though. Kruger's on pole now, everyone. Oh, chat. What's this going to be then? If we get a decent parabolica, what do you reckon? Oh, what do you reckon? Potential. It's saying 149 potential best. We could be on pole position for the worlds here. This could be pole position for the worlds. Pole position in the World Championships. Provisionally pole, everyone. Provisionally pole. I like that. I like that a lot. Is it possible that AI has been too allowing? It could be, yeah. Could be. I believe that they could well believe that their AI is the best in the world. It's a bit like this is going to be a very harsh comparison, so I apologise in advance because it's going to be very harsh. But you know, like on in America, you have America's Got Talent, X Factor, and you know in the you know what I'm going to say, right? You know, in the early rounds, like they go around different cities. You know, in every show, they bring on someone who's like they're convinced they're the best singer in the world, like they're the next Britney Spears or something. So they believe they're the best singer in the world, right? Like they really believe it. Then they're not trying to deceive anyone. They think they are. They think this is the best AI in the world, but then I would say everyone else in the world is like, you're probably the worst singer in the world. So that could be a situation like. Could be a situation Project Motor Racing. .6 target, 420. I'll keep it what we got. But I will go. You know what? I'll keep it softs, chat. I'll keep it softs. No, there is. You can go anywhere between 1900. But, Julia, I think YouTubers are too nice. This game is very bad. Scroll back a little bit in the stream, my friend. Scroll back a little bit on the stream. Hit the buzzer. Yeah. Runs quite nice on PS5 Pro, but some weird vibrations for T598. Use GM setup. Race weekend at Canadian. Yeah, I feel for the people that... There will be a percentage of people who had pre-ordered who will have cancelled their pre-order because of all negativity, will understandably want to feel very good about having cancelled, and so will be like, yeah, this is the worst game ever. But they're in that bucket of people, there will be a few people who would have really enjoyed the game, ironically. Okay, let's roll with it. Let's go on soft tyres. I think we're just going to batter everyone, to be honest. I think we're going to batter everyone. Pole position, that's ours. Who's on P2? Yeah, Provost. Dortmund, as you might expect in the Porsche. Bauer. Logan Barrett, the American. Curtis. Okay, there's Cardwell. Thought he might be the first of the British drivers. Michael Lange, aka Michael Lunge, we all call him for obvious reasons. Kruger, AMG factory driver, and Roman as well. And Heinemann. Earl Blackwood. Matej Larrier's in this. He made it to the Worlds. Patrick Olsen in the Audi. Nicholas Muller at the back. Andrew Webster. Pendleton, like I said, would be at the back, right? Same car. He's at the back, I'm at the front. If anyone wants to know who's better, me or Pendleton, settle that debate. Can you save my traction control, please? Oh no. Provost. Okay, it's just Provost. Oh my days, Provost is what kind of setup have they put on Provost's car there? Provost, he's in the 911 or the 963? Cold tyres. You were looking at the lights on the track, they weren't lit up. Yeah. What's... Okay, we're catching Provost now. Oh, that was a big sausage curb. Oh my, and another one. Yeah, honestly, they need to scrutineer Provost off this race. I don't know, that's... To me, that start was suspicious. I'm just saying, you know. We battered him in qualifying. And then he gets a start like that. And I didn't have a bad start. Yeah, but then it's not so good on stream when you do that field of view. I think we're dropping Dortmund though. Tell you what, it's... Come on, let's drive really well. We can absolutely smash Monza. The car just rotates on the rears like completely, in my opinion, unrealistically. But it is quite fun. It's almost like drifting. You could set unrealistically fast lap times. Look at that. Because the car's so rotated, if you feed in the power and straighten the wheel, like, you just get rocket exits. So there's quite a lot of fun in the brake. That's totally not realistic in my opinion. But I don't really care. It's quite fun. Damn it. Yeah, where's Provost getting the time? Welcome, Ego Wrecker. The AI on rails. You paid $90. How do you feel about it? There's definitely a lot of content in the game. Given there's 70 cars in the game. I mean, by the way, I'm saying 70 cars is a lot of content because if you think of what LMU had, Rennsport, Evo. But when Gran Turismo comes to town, when Forza Motorsport came to town with like, what, 400 cars or something? Are we going to get those games again? Is Gran Turismo going to bother to do that many cars when there's no competition getting anywhere close? And even here, I think the GT3s and hypercars are padded. Saw him paid 60. He rockets out of turn 1, but I think here, if I can get that rotation on the rears... Yeah, look at me through there, I'm just like unreal. Remember, we are on the soft tyre, so keep an eye on that left rear, especially with my driving style, trying to manipulate that rotation. $146 how many load spread is that? Yeah, I might actually do a settings video. Yes, get absolutely wrecked, mate. Right, so now we just got to manage these tyres. Managing. This is some of the most clicked some YouTubers have got. I reckon there's some YouTubers have had their biggest ever videos on their channels on Project Motor Racing. So Project Motor Racing is has been a big thing for the sim racing content creator ecosystem, I suspect. And not in a good way, like I said. There's a perverse incentivization for YouTubers for games to be bad. The biggest problem is that the game is advertised as a real sim. Yeah. Honestly, if you give this to an iRacing player, they're just going to destroy it, and rightfully so. Because the way I'm driving in here, I would have crashed 20 times in iRacing. So, if I was marketing this game, I say we're not going to be a competitor to iRacing. I would say we love iRacing. We all do iRacing. We think iRacing is like, you know, such a great thing for sim racing. We're not trying to compete with iRacing. However, we do recognise that iRacing has a subscription model. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit more. Just say the word. Just say it. Say the bad word. We're going to do something a little bit more simcade. There's going to be no subscriptions. You'll be able to drive a load of cars. It'll all be included in the game at launch. And we'll do some DLC packs for cars. And it's going to be a bit more simcade. But it might have a bit of that iRacing spirit. But I wouldn't give it to iRacing players. In the same way, I wouldn't give iRacing Arcade to iRacing players. Okay? Because iRacing players could also just tear iRacing Arcade apart and say, this is a disgrace. It's got the iRacing name, but there's no simulation going on here. In the same way, for Rennsport, I feel like they should have made sure for Rennsport that it was in all the hands of the Gran Turismo community. And say, hey, you guys like Gran Turismo, but, you know, we feel like, you know, GT Sport was really focused for you guys in online racing. We want to bring that spirit back with Rennsport. And it's cross-play as well, so we're going to have lobbies on PC and Xbox, PlayStation all together. Modern cars. So, you know, feel free to try it if you want. Here's a key. That's what I would do. And honestly, and I did see Project Motor Racing. Project Motor Racing sponsored one of the biggest simcade YouTubers in the world to do a video. That's out. I bet no one really knows that, because I went to France recently with the Crew Motorfest. I've done stuff with Forza. I was in the Forza Horizon trailer. So I'd like, you know, I speak a lot with people on the simcade side, and like whatever you call Horizon and the Crew Motorfest Test Drive Unlimited. I would put it in their hands and say, look, you know you like driving Forza Horizon. Well, do you want to drive some of those cars on a real track? It's a bit more complicated, but it will guide you through, and you can get into circuit racing. That's what I would do. I think it was genius back in the day that EA, rare genius move from EA, were like, we're going to do Need for Speed Shift. We're going to take all these people who associate Need for Speed with like Underground, Most Wanted, but they've been driving for years in our games, and we're going to explain to them how to drive on a circuit. I think it was genius. Need for Speed Shift and Shift 2 were part of my pathway into sim racing, and I was doing Need for Speed Shift on a keyboard on my laptop. But I remember doing Barcelona. I was like, this is so difficult trying to do the chicane on a keyboard. But then to get those like green ticks, it was like, yes, I can do it. And then I went, before that I was on Forza Motorsport 3, and I was driving in that, and it was guiding me through on a controller. So that's what I would do. Why does everything need to be some mad sim? These aren't mad sims anyway. When I interview racing drivers, and I say afterwards, do you do any like sim racing? Like, nah, just, to be honest, like, I already do too much proper simulator work. I don't want to do it. Like, for real racing drivers, these games are a joke. No offense. The exception being like people on iRacing. But I don't think like real racing drivers are ever going to do like Project Motor Racing. So why try and appeal to like a hardcore crowd? Yeah, happy Thanksgiving all the US people. Put your turkey emojis in chat. Spam turkeys. So that's what I would do. But to me, simcade is not a dirty word. What wheel do I use? Oh, welcome Sky, for favourite content creator. This is the ASCHER Artura Ultimate. This is actually Max Verstappen's wheel, which is very, very, very cool. ASCHER wheels on sale at the moment, by the way. 20% off, I think, the Sport. It's quite a good deal. Amazing take as always. Only the best takes in this channel. I just chat it real. I just chat it real. Also, how many Simcade streamers are there that stream a variety of different Simcade games? Like, I've streamed GT, I've streamed Forza, I've streamed Test Drive Unlimited.
Congratulations on the win. Great drive.
Nice, smashed everyone. Pendleton, we got to get him out of the team. He's just slowing everyone down. But he does pay for the travel and everything. So he makes me look good. Hillbilly says KIRETH'S, compare it GT7. The irony is, I think if you're a GT7 player and you come into here, it's a terrible game because you get into a hypercar and you keep spinning the car on the first lap. You're like, this is terrible. Because in the GT7 you don't need to warm up the tyres. 55 grand. 55 grand, chat. Evening, Alex. Oh, we got the big US crowd. Let's do a nations check. Chat, I want to see in YouTube and also in TikTok where there's 900 people watching. I want to see where in the world you're watching from. And TikTok, if you haven't followed me yet, follow me because big things, big shorts and all that. Sean from the USA. Tirok, is this game as good as iRacing? No, it isn't. Trump, unsurprisingly, from USA. Wet Mog from the US. Just Living Casual from the USA. Jay Beaches, London. Sean, Virginia, USA. Stormin, USA. Alex, Scotland. There's a lot of USA in the house. Lamb from New Zealand, though. Hazy from Canada. Walter from Germany. Peter, Adelaide. AJ, Adelaide from Victoria. Obviously, the Australian messages, they take a bit more time. DJ Seamus from Manchester. Marty, USA. Old 5, USA. Time from Texas. No worries, Hillbilly Racing 89. Looks like your caps lock might be on, my friend. Just letting you know. Oh, it's Northampton next. It's a Northampton GP. Now, I have a problem. I think I'm too good for 90%. Should we find out? Let's find out. Don't worry, mate. I'm fully insured. I think I might be too good for 90% now. Northern Minnesota, but from the Midlands. What an upgrade that is. Towels FC from Tasmania in TikTok as well. Okay. Oh, friendly New York. Finland in the house as well, New Zealand. Okay, let's just see if we're going to batter everyone. 2:14. Patrick Olsen. Mega lap. Provost up there again. Come to Dallas Karting Complex. We'll go with Sam. There you go. Arash, after disaster, RS and PMR, I really hope LMU... Arash, stop setting your standards so high. Just expect that when LMU comes to console, there's going to be a much reduced AI player count. The physics are going to be simpler. The graphics are going to be worse. Just price all that in now. And then you'll feel better at the time. Maybe this is a personal thing, but I'm quite a realist. I'd rather that the reality matches my expectation in most things, rather than like look forward to stuff. Like, I don't think I'm going to win the lottery. I don't price that in. I don't play the lottery either. So to be fair, I'm not really helping myself. But I wonder if there's like people who play lottery are like, oh, I'm going to win the lottery. I'm going to win the lottery, and then that's a nice feeling that you're like, I'm going to win, but then the chances are so low that probably the reality doesn't match that often. So maybe they're both legitimate ways to live your life, don't know. What's a good game to move on to from Forza? Probably ACC. Duffy says, life is managing expectations, my friend. Exactly. Exactly. Right, let's just see if we're on pace here. I like the pit stuff in Project Motor Racing. I really like this area and the sights and sounds, and I feel like it should put you here more, rather than like this really boring garage. It's like the boring garage in ACC. See, I know that the tyres are cold, so I'm trying to spin up the tyres and warm them up. A bit like I do in karting when I know the tyres are cold. But I can totally imagine someone from GT7 thinking I've got to hammer this now. Wet plays a lot of Forza. And to be fair, I gave my conscience is clear. I gave Project Motor Racing this feedback at the time. I made YouTube videos at the time in Germany. I said this game is going to be very tyre dependent, and I said they should add the engineer should tell you what's going on with the tyres. Like, I feel like I did my bit. I feel like I discharged my duty. I'm on PC, I purchased AC on Steam, but the menus look terrible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did no one tell you that AC is an ancient game? And I don't, honestly, I wouldn't recommend someone buy AC now. I would say just get ACC. It's actually like it's a game. You've got to think, I test a lot of hardware, and it's much better for me to jump into ACC in a race and kind of feel how it's doing. It's actually the easiest to jump into iRacing, which I do most of the time, at Silverstone, although on the short circuit. You know what's great is that, to be honest, it feels like both myself and the Audi, we did like a outlap, doing outlap stuff, and now we've both picked up the pace for quali. Like I feel like I can feel that. It's a bit deep. I feel like the best way, honestly, to have played this game would be sitting side by side with someone from Straightforward Studios, where they can just let you know, oh yeah, like this is like that, oh yeah, you need to do this. So it's almost like back in the day, like there should be a number that you can call and just get through to Straightforward Studios. So I'm not sure what settings I should be doing on the career mode. Oh yeah, okay, so this is what you want to do. But the reality is, no, that shouldn't be like that. It should just be in the game. It should be in the game. Have you driven multiple with AI yet? Yes. But we can only do it really in... Oh, we're dropping frames. We're dropping frames, chat. The frames they be dropping.
Final 5 minutes.
That's on the stream side. Let me just get over the line and I'll sort it out. Was that lap not count? There wasn't on top time. For some reason, chat, we're dropping a lot of frames. Right, TikTok, I'm afraid we're going to have to sacrifice TikTok. So, thanks for joining. Make sure to also follow on the Red app. And, because if you like it, I'll do more co-streams. But I'll see you guys later. Chat, we just absolutely binned off TikTok there. Encoding lag. What's my CPU saying? What's my CPU saying? Okay, so my CPU is 26% and my GPU is 80%, so it doesn't really explain what happened. I don't know. Oh. We should be back now, but to be honest, what's standing saying? We did a 2049, we'd be there. Should we do this race? Did those first 2 laps in Rensport. Rensport is also a very simcady game. I'll fire the flag for simcade. Oh. To be fair, in PMR the old cars feel okay. Yeah. I have a theory. I have a theory. How are the cornering forces? When the tyres are up to temperature, I can drive this game, but I'm not driving it comparing it to iRacing or LMU or anything. I'm just playing it as a game on its own feet. And also, this is still my review code. I haven't paid for this game. If I'd paid $80 for this, I'd feel very different. I remember with Test Drive Unlimited, I felt different for it. So if I'd paid $80, I might feel more like I want to like align things internally that I like it. Whereas in a review code, I can be very dispassionate about it. But I'm trying to think, there's probably a lot of people out there who have paid money for this game, and I do know how to drive the car, so maybe I will do a couple of guides and everything. If people want to see them, because there's a lot of heat on Project Motor Racing. For me, Rensport was a lot better on PC than PS5. Like on this PC, also I have a feeling that a lot of YouTubers don't. Someone showed me a screenshot of someone who reviewed Project Motor Racing, and it was all like squished in, and I was thinking that's probably not the best way to review it. So I wonder if I have a decent like I've got 4 screens here. I've got 4 screens running. We had drop frames, we fixed it. I wonder if I have a better experience of Sims because I kind of know how to set them up. Upstomp paid. Arash paid. Juvelea, this game is nothing what they say it will be, nothing like that. This is race game, not sim. I think you're right. I think you're right. But I don't think they can turn around and say, oh, it's not really as hardcore sim, because they've said it so much. They went down this route. Also, it could be the case that maybe that stuff was able to fly a bit more back in the day. Like maybe 15 years ago, this would have been a cutting edge sim. But nowadays we expect more. And also maybe 15 years ago they weren't really direct drive wheels. So you were doing cutting edge sims on what, like G27s and stuff? Whereas now I'm using Max Verstappen's wheel. So maybe this is what was a sim 15 years ago is now a simcade. Like, would you say Jeff Crammon's GP1 is a sim? No, I would say now it's just like a game. But back in the day, was it a sim? Alex paid expecting a sim. Juvenile, I feel a refund is possible because the product is nothing what it's supposed to be. I'm not sure that would be ground. You try it. Not everyone is Matt Stappen's name, mate. Yeah. Jeff, I'm kind of tired of the simcade term. They're all games, really. Honestly, I don't think anyone is talking about simcades anymore. I feel like I have an equally easy time with ACC and this. once I've warmed up the tyres. Should we do this race? Let's see what happens in that. Where are we going to
Not
qualify?
ideal, mate. There's going to be a mess in front of us. I hope you're ready for it.
Oh, let's do it. It'll be fun. Yeah, I don't think SimCube is a dirty word. I just feel like you can compromise on things. I think
Need a good start. Remember to keep the nose clean.
we're getting lost in like specific words of the English language. If you're good at GTA, you're good at iRacing. There's a lot of things you have to learn new in iRacing for sure. If you drive iRacing like GT7, you'll have a bad time very quickly. You can get away with a lot. You can get away with a lot in this. The amount of double pedaling I'm doing, and the amount of like crazy inputs that in iRacing would completely destabilize the car and end up in a spin. Now, some people say iRacing's too difficult because of that, but I don't think it is. Oh, he backed out. No, he didn't back out. Nah, he didn't back out. I mean, I can feel what the car's doing here. I can feel the rotation. I can feel the grip. I'm not spinning out on exit. Yeah, it's very subjective. The things that annoy me more, as you've seen in this stream, is like what I feel is really frictionful. I don't know, like game elements with like stupid amounts of friction. You know, recommending that you set the difficulty at 100%. Like for me, that's a bigger roadblock than whether the handling is like Ultra Sim or SimCube. 'Cause I'm not using this as a tool to drive a real GT3. I think we should play around with the AI and see whether they actually really know that we exist. I'm just a bit cynical about the AI, like, we're so in a train. Which again makes me like, wow, what a move that is. That is a legendary move. Where is he? Yes. Oh god. Still hits it. The game just shoots itself in the foot so often because even though like it's great this being a 6-lap race, etc., you just can't really race the AI. Like, and I'm very suspicious about the AI. And has anyone spoken about potential rubber banding or that kind of thing in the AI? I'm not sure, because probably it's quite easy to say like, oh, the AI just crashed into you. We all know that. But I feel like it's very suspicious. The way the cadence of the race to me feels very unusual. Either I should be breezing past everyone, or I should be struggling to keep pace, or I should be dropping off. But I feel like here I can drive in a very lazy manner, and I'm always in the train. I know I agree with you, Pinzoni, and that's why I think maybe their direction has been that they want that to happen. But what I'm saying is that I know from my real-world driving experience and also in other sims that it's very rare I'm statically in a race in a train. I'm either moving forward, I'm going backwards, or I'm like pushing myself to stay in the train. Yeah, that is a skill issue. I didn't say it wasn't. I just was aced in the merge single player. I just do one-off races mostly. What's the general consensus? I don't think there'll be a general consensus on Project Motor Racing, and I think the whole thing is massively tainted. I think the whole thing's tainted, and I think the post-mortem should be that you can't, in this day and age, unless you're Gran Turismo, where you set the tone, you need to listen to the player base, and you need to get in tune with the player base, and you need to match, almost like rev matching, what you're delivering with what the player base expects. And so one way of doing that, you could be like, I'm not saying necessarily this, but you could be like, okay, this is actually, the player base would expect this to be an early access, so let's make this on an early access track. Or everyone does, like, oh, the player base would expect this to be $30, so let's put it at $30 and let's budget our spend accordingly. Let's spend a bit less, or not push out all these features. But Project Motor Racing was like, we're going to come in at full price, sounds like fuller than full price, and it's going to be great single player, iRacing multiplayer, and it hasn't hit any of those marks. I swear the AI back before the release date is like foreshadowing. What do you mean? To me, this game hasn't changed since the press copy, and the handling model hasn't really changed since Sim Racing Expo. It's just, I think in Sim Racing Expo, the tyres overheated quicker. So, for example, the tyres here didn't really overheat, but in the Sim Racing Expo, it felt like the tyres overheated in one lap and you couldn't get them back. That I suspect that's the truth of the situation about Sim Racing Expo. But what I didn't like is that some people implied that my content from Sim Racing Expo was irrelevant because they were going to fix that. But actually, those people missed the point, because what they did is they fixed the tyres, the rate at which the tyres overheat, but it's still a very, very, very tyre sensitive model. And now I think about it, I think at the Sim Racing Expo, the tyres overheated too quickly, if you have a look at my videos. And I think since then, they adjusted it, and the tyres take too long to come up to temperature. And I doubt there is anyone else in the world who has come to that conclusion, but that's my conclusion right now. So because I said that Sim Racing Expo, the handling here, this is really very difficult. It's going to be really challenging. It's going to be too challenging for some people. Some people are going to like the challenge. It could be a case of that by the end of the race, if you've really looked after your tyres, you're going to be miles faster than the guy in front, but that's not going to be for everyone. Fast forward here, everyone can't drive the hypercars because the tyres are cold. There we have it. There we have it. OG, you have to raise your tyre pressures, but okay, so let's say I've spent the last 4 years on Gran Turismo. What do I do with the screen? That's a nice sound effect. What do I do with the screen? So what Project Motor Racing should have done is they should have defaulted on tyre warmers, and they should have done more testing potentially on how when the tyres really overheat. For example, in Rennsport, if I remember, you can either go on softs or mediums, but the softs really fall off near the end. Didn't we have some good races where the tyres were falling off? Chat, what do you think of that? What do you think of that theory? Yeah, but you need to be a wizard. You need to either be a wizard or a full-time YouTuber to work this stuff out. If you can work this stuff out, you should be on iRacing. There is an option for tyre warm-up, and I bet no one's turned it on. I quite like having to warm up the tyres. And I'm not complaining about warming up tyres, because like I said in this race, like I understand on the outlap, I'm warming up the tyres, and it felt cool that both me and the Audi were warming up our tyres, and then we hit it on the qualifying lap. I like that. But if people can't drive the hypercars, really the first thing you should do is turn the tyre warmers up. But I don't blame these people. I don't blame those people, whether you paid for the game, you're an influencer, whatever. Project Motor Racing should tell you, hey, you span on your outlap last time. Do you want to turn tyre warmers on? So, food for thought there, chap. Food for thought. I don't think the hypercars are... But I don't think the Alpine... Have you driven the Alpine? I don't think the Alpine is bad, like, once you get into it. But OG, you sound like a proper sim racing person, which is great. And I feel like this game is actually just not good enough for you. It won't be good enough for you. You should be on iRacing, because then you can race against real people around the world who are properly invested, and you can get a little bit of an edge because you know how to do setups. Smiling's got the disc. You ever think about it? TGN, hey mate, long time subscriber, first time commenter. In my opinion, I think this game is definitely going to be about the folks that enjoy the challenge tuning. I 100% agree with you. Like our friend OG Racing here. One of the tuning OGs. But yeah, like, there's so many ways you can abuse the driving in this game. Oh. Wow. Have you moved the seating position? We've done it before, yeah, in some cars. We did it to have a look at the mirrors. I don't think iRacing is £90 a year. Where are you paying £90 a year for iRacing? You're getting that on the street from a dealer who's got a mad markup. iRacing Black Friday subscription. 1 year of iRacing. You said £90. Our survey says $82, which is a lot less than £90. That's probably about like £70. Maybe not. Maybe, to be fair, it's not a huge amount less. You say £120 a year. Our survey says $82 a year.
Guys, we're on another level today. Definitely a wake-up call, so we'll do more preparation for the next race.
I don't think we will. Don't worry about it. Oh god, I don't want any more services and like mods and things on top of the game. Like, just oh yeah, to be fair, if you're already on iRacing, then you are correct. It probably is £90 because you get less of a discount. Right, chat. I'm probably going to end it there because that's a lot of Project Motor Racing. I had more fun in GT3 in career mode, but oh, let's just see if there's anyone cutting about. No, that's really depressing. That's really depressing. Anyway, I think I'll make a video on my theory. So my theory is that at the Sim Racing Expo, the tyres overheated so quickly, and they changed it, and they overchanged it. And the irony is now everyone's having the same issues, but they're not getting a lap or two of like decent driving because the tyres are not up to temperature at all. No worries, Lamb. That's what we do. Feel free to share on the forums if you've had any thoughts from the stream. Feel free to put them out there, and you can get other people's reactions to it as well, and kind of chain reaction ideas. But yeah, I'm going to end it there. It's been a great stream. I really want to get back on Rensport. Maybe tomorrow we'll do Rensport. If we want to see that, we'll do a non-ironic Rensport stream. Black Friday tomorrow, so I'll do a Black Friday stream. Definitely go check out my Black Friday deals video, because I think people are finding it really helpful. I think it's one of the biggest Black Friday deals video on YouTube, which is great. I've never really done that before. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you guys. Absolute legends. People in chat, people lurking, I appreciate you. Great community we have here. Great mods as well in the background. So, yeah, thanks for the support. Another great stream. Another dive into Project Motor Racing. I feel like we understand, from some perspective, I feel like we understand the game more than the developers. At least, I think, from what people expect of it. I'm going to do some baby stuff now, and I will see you next time. I'll see you then. Oh, make sure to vote for me in the Autosport